competitors for audiences, but we decided we were going to be serious. And my husband, Jim Malured, was the first president of the board of the Village Players. We elected a board. We met at we're not sure, it was either Goldie Nikitas' house or it was Mary Ann Sullivan and Dan Sullivan's house. And we set up a board, and then we had a meeting at the Carlton Hotel for anybody who wanted to be part of this big endeavor. And that's where all those names came from. Some of them I don't even know. No. But those of us, and we decided we'd have the open casting formula. We would not give each other parts because we had painted scenery and, and we would be, you'd move up the ladder and then you'd get a part in the play or whatever. We wanted the best talent to put on the best show.
Yeah. We did, for that reason, hire different directors because they wouldn't know us, and we had open casting, so we would get the very best people for the parts. And this contributed to the ongoing reputation that we had for the Village Players.
And we really did have the idea, we wanted it to be not just a little community theater group. We wanted it to be the Oak Park Civic Theater. We had big ideas. And we have, you've probably seen it, I have the original, as a matter of fact, a letter from Arthur Miller that I had written to him and contacted him, and he wrote us a letter congratulating us that we were producing The Crucible, because it was not too long after the whole thing with McCarthyism, and The Crucible was about, witch hunting. Well, anyway, we did it, and we got it together, and we met first at Nikitas's, it was Jim Nikitas' mother's storefront.
On Chicago Avenue.
Yes, you tell them.
Yeah. We met there, we did our flats. We had nothing when we started, nothing but the idea of producing print shows. And so we had no flats, we had no paint, we had nothing but ourselves, and all this determination that we were going to do it.
And we took a class at Oak Park Forest High School in play production.
Yeah.
Because some of us had done some theater before. Some of us had done theater in New York. Some people had done it in Minnesota. Some people had done it wherever they came from. But we didn't know too much about the technical aspects of it. We were all actors.
Right. But we ended up, we had doctors, we had lawyers, we had people from we had truck drivers. Jim Ashby was a truck driver, great with helping set construction. So all of us did all the work. I can remember being on membership committee, we had play reading committee, everybody did everything.
Yes.
And we would come to rehearsal, and then we would stay till 11 working on the sets. And I do want to make mention of one thing that was kind of funny. We would wash our flats and build them over on Chicago Avenue.
At the gas station.
At the gas station, we would hose them down and work on that. But one time, we went over to the Sullivans, and Dan Sullivan had this nice big driveway. And so the guys got all the flats and they painted it to the backdrop for Light Up the Sky. And they went inside to have a beer, let it dry. They came out, there were tricycle tracks along and little fingerprints. And so they had to start all over again. But those things always happened. It was fun, and we just became a big family.
Well, yes, and many of us had young children, and we did later on, Bruce and I, but because my first husband died the first year that we were the Village Players, Goldie Nikitas, who was on the board, and Jim Malured both died in 1962. One from a heart attack, my husband, and Goldie died from a very unfortunate accident in which her rope caught fire and she ran outside the house. We thought we would never go on after that. 2 members of our board in 1 year. But we did, and we're happy that the community has taken over the theater. We don't live in Oak Park, but it is a blessing for any community to have a group like this that is willing to work hard and to keep theater in people's venue. Thank you.